We are back. It's another episode of Dugout Discussions with Chris Rose, and super excited for today's guest because this is the ballpark he has called home since 2008. 2 World Series championships, 3 Cy Youngs, and 1 MVP later, we are still blessed to be able to watch Clayton Kershaw do his thing. And now you can hear from him too. True or false that you still eat the same meal for breakfast when you pitch as when Ellen told everybody 6 or 7 years ago?
So I've kind of done a 180. I've changed a little bit, yeah. Yeah, so now, what did Ellen say? Just eat cereal? I don't do that anymore.
God dang it, I'm so disappointed.
I've grown up a little bit. Yeah, I eat like eggs now. Yeah, but I eat the same thing. Like, I eat 2 eggs and banana and toast. Because I'm not that hungry, but knock it out.
But it was the whole Golden Grams.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I cannot believe that, into your 30s.
Yeah, I love Golden Grams.
Is that what it was? Was that the go-to?
Golden Grams are so good. God, thinking about that, I haven't had them in so long, it makes me like want them again.
I will tell you, I'm going to let you in a little secret. When I was 10, that was my favorite cereal because there was a cute girl on the commercial that looked like a girl that I had a crush on.
Marketing works, huh?
It really does.
Wow, marketing works.
How did you pull that off on the road, by the way? Would you pack your own Golden Grams?
Super challenging. And no, I think it ended up being like spending like $15 for the little box of like cereal they have for room service, you know? Yeah.
But they, like, somewhere in Atlanta had Golden Grams at the Ritz or something?
It probably wasn't always Golden Grams. No.
When you got drafted in 06, how did it wasn't on MLB Network?
No, it was still dial-up internet. I think that was the last one. I think it was like AOL.
So how do you find out you get drafted by the Dodgers?
I got IM'd. No, I'm just kidding. It's just so I think they called kind of before the draft started, and they said, "Hey, if you're there at the 7th pick, we're gonna think about drafting you." And then it had something like I had to sign something with a fax. There was a fax machine involved.
Yes.
Yeah, fax machine to agree to like the terms. But yeah, I think basically it was just like a phone call. Yeah.
A fax machine.
Yeah. My mom and I didn't have one either, so we had to go to our neighbor's house to get the fax from the Dodgers.
It would have been so much better if you had gone to FedEx to go fax it to the Dodgers.
I'm like knocking on our neighbor's door that we knew decently well, but it's like, hey, I need your fax machine, and this basically is for the rest of my life, so I need this to work. I need it to be hooked up, and I need it working quickly.
Please tell me that you saw them somewhere down the line and got them tickets to a start or something.
They've come out before, yeah. They've come out for sure. They
good.
Have, yeah.
Is there a good story on how you got the call up to the show?
So I was in Zebulon, North Carolina.
That's not a real place, is it?
Dino's kid, Ebel's kid is there right now.
Oh, that's where he is?
Yeah, he's in Zebulon, I think.
First round pick of the Brew Crew, by the way. Good for him.
But so I was pitching that night, and I pitched 1 inning, and they took me out of the game. And I was kind of mad. I was like, why are you taking me out of the game? Honestly, did not put 2 and 2 together. And they waited till after the game. And Shu, our manager, called me in, and he told me I was going up. So, no, nothing like super cool other than like I was pitching and they took me out after 1 inning. And they're like, hey, you can't say anything because we got to release somebody on the big league team. And so, yeah, no, not really.
You were 20 years old when you got up here.
Yeah.
If I'm 20 years old, I'm walking in a Dodgers clubhouse, I would have been like, nope. How are you not?
I probably was. I mean, I think we had some great old guys, and then we had some other guys that were definitely like the salty vets. You know, we had both. But I wasn't even like a young guy. I was like, there was like a whole new category. You know what I mean? I was like a baby. So I think I kind of got away a little bit easier than others. And we did have some really good guys. Like Derek Lowe helped me out a lot.
Great one.
Yeah, he was he never went on the DL his whole career. So like watching him work and the way he went about his stuff was awesome. And I played with Maddox for my last couple months too, so that was cool. So we had a lot of guys I got to learn more just like watching than like talking. But I learned better that way anyway.
Did you ever see the clip where you and Scherzer squared off for the first time?
I don't think that is true. How that, like, it was supposed to be Maddox and Randy Johnson. I don't think that's true, or I don't remember that part of it at all. So I just remember I was starting a day game and Scherzer started against me, but I don't remember the other part of it at all.
Yeah, so Vin Scully goes, well,
Yeah.
you're supposed to see Randy Johnson against Greg Maddux, who had more than 300 wins.
44-year-old Randy Johnson, he'll be 45 next week with all of his victories, 294. 42-year-old Greg Maddux with 354 victories.
Instead, you get a guy in Clayton Kershaw who's got 3 wins, and I think he was calling him like Scherzer. It was not Scherzer, but it was something else. He goes, still looking for his first win.
But under the headline and heading of the best laid plans of mice and men, we have a 24-year-old Scherzer with no wins and a 20-year-old Kershaw with 3. What a difference a day makes.
Could you imagine if you go to that game and you're looking at it now almost 20 years later and people are like, I cannot believe I got to go to that game.
That's wild. It was fun to get some pitch against him a few weeks ago, too.
Yeah.
That was cool. So, yeah, Scherzer and I kind of been linked at the hip. You know, we got drafted together, called up the same year, and other than him being way older than me, you know, I think we're about the same.
We're gonna hold that against him.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I think that because of what has happened with you physically in recent years, back, knee, toe, shoulder, you could have walked away and everybody would have been like, yeah, I get it. But now, do you sit down with Ellen, with your kids who are probably old enough now to understand when you make this big a decision, or is it strictly just the two of you adults?
I mean, it ultimately is Ellen and I, but like, you know, I have Charlie at the field today, and like he's starting to really understand it and love it, and so that plays a part in it. My oldest daughter's in 5th grade, and she, you know, she started a new school, and like that plays a part in it. So it's all baked into the recipe, and I don't know if you ever make the best decision ever, but it's just you have to think about everybody involved, and that's what the off season's for, you know, is to sit down and kind of figure out what everybody really wants and needs, and then kind of go from there.
Listen, you've got 4, you've got another one coming. I've got 2 kids. There's a tremendous amount of guilt that comes along with the businesses, although you're doing it a little differently than I am. Where I've been away, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Does that weigh on you when you play? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think you always want to be in 2 places, right? And you never feel like you're doing one adequately enough. You know, I feel like, you know, if I go home for an off day, I'm like, gosh, I should have been working out, or I should have been doing something. And then, you know, if I'm not at home with them, you have the guilt of like, God, I'm here playing a game for fun, and Ellen's grinding away with 4 kids at home, you know? So it's like, yeah, you never feel like you're doing enough on both ends, but Ellen does an incredible job and really, really just says, hey, be 100% all in with whatever you're doing. And I couldn't do it without her. And then I think it's good for the kids. I really do. I mean, I think the traveling, getting to see new cities and getting to be not just in your little bubble at home has been great for them, and experiences that they'll remember. And, you know, someday it ends, right? And some days I'm going to be looking for stuff to do. So for now, we're just going to enjoy it and see how long we can ride this thing.
When Adam Wainwright was getting close to the end, he made certain to kind of enjoy ballparks and cities that he maybe took for granted.
Yeah, he walked all over the place, huh?
He sure did. He did an inning with Euchre.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Wayno's awesome. I'm not doing that, but he's awesome. I love it. I'm just trying to pitch every 5th day. That's all I'm trying to do.
So you don't find yourself like walking outside at a ballpark and just saying, "Man, I've been here 100 times and I've never noticed that." Are you allowing yourself to enjoy it more? Or no?
In a different way. I mean, I'm not walking around ballparks, but you know, still like enjoying it, getting out on the field, shagging BP with Charlie, or honestly, at the end of the day, we're baseball players, so pitching well and playing baseball, that's the most fun for me. So soaking it all in one last year, it doesn't mean anything if you're not pitching good. So at the end of the day, priority number 1 is to pitch well, and if that happens, everything else will be a lot of fun.
And you have. You just finished up a remarkable August where you had an ERA under 2, you were unbeaten, the whole bit. So when you do eventually sit down and have whatever thought process, can you walk away when you're still at the top, or you go, man, I'm still doing this? Like, how does that factor in?
I think it'll work itself out. At least I keep telling myself that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the future holds. And obviously, you know, we're in a playoff race. September, we got a lot of good starters. We got a lot of guys that can be a force in October. So who knows what the next few months look like for me. So I'm just gonna try to keep pitching as well as I can and make them have tough decisions, and then I'll have a tough decision at the end of this too.
Have you been able to enjoy the 3,000th strikeout in your own little way?
Well, that night itself was so special. So, I mean, I think I wouldn't have changed it now doing it. I would have changed it in the moment because it took a really long time to get it done. But to be able to walk off that mound and be done and have that and have my family there and hear the crowd, and I wouldn't change that for the world. It was such a special night.
Do you know how special it was to your fellow pitchers? I've talked to a couple of them because they sit here and they not only understand how impressive the feat is, but that it might be the last time we see it in the sport. I hope not, but it might be.
Yeah, I hope not too. You know, I hope that, you know, baseball's cyclical, everything comes around, and so hopefully the age of the starting pitcher comes back a little bit. You know, I think it's good for the game when that happens, and I mean, our bullpens are so good now that it's hard for starters to get past the 6th inning because guys are so nasty in the pen, but I think ultimately if we can get back to that somehow, and there are some guys, you know, I think Garrett Cole can do it. Hopefully Sale can stay healthy, he could do it. But yeah, I hope it's not the last. For the sake of the game, I hope it's not the last.
You faced Shohei for several years. You've now been his teammate for the last 2. What do you appreciate him as a pitcher when you're watching him do his thing?
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's
breaking news.
He's really, really good. Yeah, shocker. But I mean, he just like last game, he hadn't really thrown a curveball. He decided to throw it like 25 times. You know, like people don't do that. Like you have what you have, you throw it out there, and Shohei just kind of invents a new pitch and like throws it 30 times. So it's just impressive to watch. He's I mean, there's not enough superlatives to say. Like he's the only guy in the world that's doing what he's doing.
Does it embarrass you, and we'll finish up here off of this, does it embarrass you or make you feel like, I can't believe that, when you walk into an all-star clubhouse or just even hanging out here and people are going to tell their kids and grandkids, I played with Clayton Kershaw. I know it's hard for you to look at it that way, but you know that that's part of the narrative.
Well, you know, going to the All-Star game this year was really special. You know, obviously I was like, I shouldn't have been there on merit, but to get to go, the commissioner let me go and be there, and Doc let me talk to the guys in the clubhouse.
Oh, that's cool.
That was cool. You know, things that I wouldn't have really ever thought about. But I've been to All-Star games where, you know, I've heard Chipper Jones talk, or Waino, or Jeter, or these guys kind of address their fellow teams, and like, I never ever thought in a million years I'd be in that kind of category to get to do that. So it was super special to me to get to do, and I don't know about all that other stuff, but I'm just really thankful for those moments. It's pretty cool.
I lied. Here's your last one. Because you play for the Dodgers, is the season a failure if you don't win it all? Is that fair or not?
I don't think it's just for the Dodgers. I mean, you know, like, if you're a team that's not making the playoffs, like, I've said this before, like, we're so spoiled here that the postseason is supposed to be a foregone conclusion every single year. And it doesn't mean it's any easier to make it, but we have the talent that we should be there every year. Once you get to October, anything can happen. So ultimately, yes, I think we'll all be disappointed if we don't win the last game of the year. But I think 29 other teams should have that mindset. And whether that's a reality or not, that should be the case. That really should. And maybe that's their owner's fault. Most likely, a lot of them, it is their owner's fault for not trying. But at the end of the day, like, that's why we play this game. We play a team game. We're not here to, you know, we're here to take care of our families because this is our job and we've been given a gift to play baseball. But at the end of the day, like, it's a team sport. In order to enjoy a team sport, winning is part of it, you know? And so super thankful that everybody's aligned here with the Dodgers, and we get to try to do that every year. It's very special.
From one graybeard to another.
I know, right?
I appreciate it.
I need to shave it again.
Are you?
Well, I need to at least trim it. You trim it, it gets the grays out. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
I dye it sometimes.
Not there yet.
No, well,
Yeah.
I got 15, more than 17 on you. So yeah, one day you'll be back and you'll be like, Rose, remember you told me I was going to dye it? And I said, I can't hear you. Speak up one more time. Thanks for taking the time, brother.
Thanks, dude.
It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Well, I think the gray in our beard is about the only thing that the two of us have in common. Oh, and we love baseball. Oh, and we love our wives, which is why it's time to get to another rendition of Questions with the Queen.
you had to swap lives with one teammate for a day, who would it be and why?
Probably be Nolan Arenado, just because, I mean, dude's got like 6 platinum gloves, 10 gold gloves total.
Big bank account.
350 homers, probably 350 mil in the bank account. Yeah, it'd probably be Nato for sure. That'd be fun.
Financial reasons and a pitcher that throws 100, a friend of the pod, the show, Mr. Glasnow himself.
Probably Yamamoto, because he seems like he has a very still brain, and I'd like to see what that's like. Just have like a calm. He's very, very just a stable young man, and he's really good, super solid human being. Has a super sick show house. Likes the finer things. Like, he just lives a nice life, you know? He's just a good dude.
It'd be fun to be 6'7" and handsome and just walk around
Adonis
every
has
day.
it all.
He does
Dang
have it
you,
all.
Glass.
Right?
Screw you.
Seriously.
Man, seeing the Kings court in Seattle, if I could be Felix on a start day, and then when they did the Supreme Court and it was the whole stadium, his entrance was next level, and so I'd say Felix for one of his start days.
I don't know who's made the most money that I've played with, and I can just go buy some really cool ass shit, take it back to the farm. In a few days, I'm back to being me, and I got stuff paid for. I have no idea, man. I've never thought about that. I don't really care. I'm happy with who I am, and I don't look back.
I'm gonna go with Buck. I think he's just the best athlete I've ever played with. Just, he can do it all, and I want to know what it's like to run like that. I will never know what that feeling is like, but he's got like an extra gear that when he needs it, it's like he's just gliding, and I want to know what that feels like.
It would be a pitcher who's going to start within that window, so I could experience like what it's like to start and pitch in a big league. Well, I've pitched in big league games, but what it's like to like start a game and go 5, 6, 7 innings. So it's probably, you know, it's my like Sonny Gray, probably mix in, get in there and then get a start in and then get back and be a hitter.
Jesse Chavez.
What?
Yeah. Jesse Chavez.
Jesse Chavez, I love it.
Yeah.
Why? Because you wanted to see what it's like to try on all those different uniforms?
Yeah, and he did it for so long. And he's a good dude. I mean, he's just
called it quits.
Just a great guy. Just a great guy. Yeah.
Man, what's the thing you appreciate about him most?
Just like his leadership skills, man, and like how he went about his business and how pro he was and how like loose he kept things, but like when he was on the mound, he was a bulldog. Like you trust him with everything you had when he was out there.
I'll take Junior for a day or two. I want to see what his day-to-day is like. Maybe more present now. He's all over the place. He knows how to. He's got his plane. He golfs every day. Yeah, that seems like a good deal.
Hey, you play with Ellie. You played with Judge.
I would like to see Ellie's wheels would be sick. Like, see how fast I can run. Like, I don't know how my face would look if I'm running as fast as Ellie. It'd be like, yeah, I feel like I'd be back. Like, I'd be trying to steal bases and stuff, way out of the norm. But
dude, 70 bags for a catcher?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You want to
that'd be crazy.
rethink it?
No. I'm gonna go with Chavez.
Freddie. I would say Freddie. I want to know what it will feel like to be hitting 380 and still be sad after every time you get out.
Still be sad? Come on, he's not sad. Really?
Freddie gets pretty sad when he gets out.
I thought it was going to be because of the teeth.
Next question.
I mean, Bader does probably some cool shit in the offseason. Kev did some good stuff in the offseason, like just like bop around to get him out. I feel like I can't do that as a pitcher, so it'd have to be a hitter. Like I feel like I have to stay on the throwing program the whole time. Taking the offseason. Dude, Plouff's got a good life too. Not a teammate, but like, I mean, being around him.
Oh, we know that.
Great question. I'd switch with a few guys for just a little bit, if I could.
Give me one.
I think the number one guy, I would have to say Bader because he's from New York. Totally different part of town. I've been there a couple times playing, but not like in the city. He knows so many people, the connections he has, and just the personality and the vibes and the energy he brings is hilarious. So I think I'd pick him, but man, I could pick so many guys.
I would say my future self. I'm just kidding. Aaron Judge, no doubt. Even just for one at bat, one swing, I want to see what that's like. So he's got a good swipe. I respect his game. Larger than life personality. True captain. Yeah, he's the man. I would answer Aaron Judge.
I'm gonna go Jorge Soler. I mean, the kind of person he is and where he grew up, I kind of want to see where he came from. And I mean, dude's massive.
Do I have to switch back?
No, you don't. Not necessarily.
Adrian Beltre, Hall of Famer. That'd be probably an easy one, you know. I got to learn a lot from him. How to be a leader and how to post every day and be a team guy. I don't think I'd change back. I'd like to be a Hall of Famer.
If I could be him for a couple days, I would not wear a shirt, first of all.
No, 100%. I mean, he's a Greek god. It's crazy. And I kind of want to see where he gets his power from. Junior Caminero, so I could go do the home run derby.
I thought it was so you could get in a bar with a beard.
Yeah, I can't grow a beard. Yeah. So, you know, my wife wouldn't let me even though I could, so. But yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to do the home run derby? It'd be so fun. And hit balls, flick balls 450 feet. I mean, give me that.
Probably Joey Votto.
Ooh.
Yeah, because that guy's out. I feel like he's just traveling the world. He's in a different city. I remember one off season, because my wife's Brazilian, so the first off season, I played with him that off season. He went down to Brazil, and he went to Brazil, and he was kind of asking me about where to go and stuff. Right. And I just feel like he just loves being immersed in different cultures and stuff. And so maybe just trade places with him for one of his crazy adventures, and then go back into my life.
Okay, while they were playing, probably Pujols in his heyday. What it's like to just know you're hitting a home run every time you step in the box. That'd be pretty sick. Like I remember when I was like in college watching that guy, and I'll say that now because it'll age him a little bit, but it was every time he got into bat, I remember people would be on their phones watching, or they'd turn on their TV and watch and check the stat line, because it was, 3 for 4, 3 for 5, 2 home runs, a couple doubles. What it was like to just square a ball up like he does would be pretty impressive.
This is a common one. I think Shohei. Shohei has been my teammate for the last 3 years, and I can only imagine how it is, the life outside the field, being Shohei Ohtani, I know he's a guy who, he's pretty comfortable at home and doing his stuff at home, taking care of his family and his dog. But I would like to see how it is to be Shohei Ohtani and just go to the street and go to Rodeo Drive or something like that and walk around being Shohei for a couple days and see how it is.
How about for 30 seconds? And then you'd probably be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I will do it for a day. I don't think, knowing the next day I'm gonna be back to be Miggy Rowe, I think I will do Shohei for a day for sure.
I'd probably go Mookie. I would go Mookie.
Why?
I feel like he kind of does all. I like how he's got his own podcast that he's running. He does a lot of different things off the field. Like, I always see him like playing basketball. He's really good at every sport he does.
He really is that good at everything, isn't he?
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's annoying.
It is. I mean, it's like,
in a good way.
I don't know. I can't beat him in anything. And then he does a lot of cool things off the field that I don't have the opportunity to do. So I would go Marcus.
By the way, you grow a better beard than he does. So
way better.
Don't sell yourself
I got a better
short.
head of hair too. Sorry,
Yeah.
Mookie. Sorry.
Always a ton of fun. Next week, we're going to catch up with a guy who's got a big, beautiful smile. Lawrence Butler. Don't say of the Sacramento A's. It's just of the Athletics. We'll see you next time here on Dugout Discussions with Chris Rose.